Every weekend, thousands of people drive to Cougar Mountain. They park the car, they strap on their boots, they walk the trails. They breathe the pine air. They go home thinking they spent a perfect day in nature. They have no idea what is underneath their feet. Before this was a park, this mountain was one of the most dangerous working mines in the entire history of Washington state. And in the 1930s, it didn't just have tunnels. It had a town, a school, a company store, families who lived and worked and raised children inside this forest. 500 men who went underground every single morning. This is their story. And this is the mountain they left behind. The shift started before sunrise. There were no windows underground, no way to know if it was raining above, no way to know if the sun had come out. Inside the tunnel, the air was too thick to even see your breath. Coal dust, carbide smoke, water seeping through the rock above your head. The men who worked these shafts came from everywhere: Croatia, Japan, Italy, Greece. They didn't always speak each other's language, but they understood the sound of a ceiling beginning to crack. In 1932, a partial collapse trapped men underground for 6 hours. The company issued a statement, called it a minor incident. The men who lived through it never called it that. The company owned everything. The house you lived in, the store where you bought flour and salt, your paycheck before you ever saw a single dollar of it. They called it the truck system. You owed before you earned. And if you lost your job, you lost your house the same day. The women here learned a different kind of survival. Which mushrooms in that forest were safe to eat? How to make a meal last 3 days from almost nothing? How to keep children warm in a company house with walls too thin for a Washington winter? And they learned to read footsteps, the weight of a man walking home from the mine, whether it was a tired walk or whether he wasn't coming back at all. Some nights, that walk never came. Today, those same trails see thousands of hikers every week. Families from Bellevue, kids from Issaquah, dogs on leashes. And if you know where to look, the rails are still there, rusted into the trail dirt. The mine entrances, sealed in concrete. No plaques, no names, nothing. The last mine on Cougar Mountain closed in 1963. Oil had beaten coal. Nobody needed 500 men underground anymore. The company left, the housing rotted, the tunnels were sealed. And the hills, where 500 men risked their lives every single day, became the park where your family walks on weekends. That is Cougar Mountain, both versions of it. If this history surprised you, there are dozens of places like this across Washington state. Hills with names everyone knows, and stories almost nobody does. Subscribe. We find them every week.